Just thinking earlier about some words that really help us when, well, let's just hit some of the words first. Well, there are several that start with E, and you probably know where I'm going here. Energized, enthusiastic, excited, ecstatic. Other words like motivated, joy, peace, calm, delight. I said motivated. Words like that. And inspired. So these, I should have not said words so much as these are words that are also feelings, right? And these feelings and many others, that was not an exhaustive list, that was just a small list, but these are the kinds of feelings that let us know we are, quote unquote, in inspiration, right? So listen to inspiration. Excuse me while I look down. Listen to inspiration, one of our 15 concepts. That means, like most of our concepts, lots of different things, but it's really mostly about feelings and all kinds of different things about feelings. And what we're always saying here, what you've probably heard me say before, and you'll certainly hear me say it again, is that when we really master this idea, when we really are moving through everyday life, listening to inspiration all day, every day, we're on track. We are aligned. We are where we, on a soul level, want to be. It's the soul part of us that always feels these kinds of feelings. It's the human, the egoic part of us that creates fear and doubt and uncertainty and all the crap, my judgment, that goes with those kinds of feelings, right? So how many times have you heard me say somewhere in here in conversation with somebody, well, how did that feel? I wasn't sure if I should do this or this, but then I kind of da-da-da, and then I say, so how'd that feel? Sometimes the answer is, I don't know. Sometimes it's, oh, it feels good, which I always want to know. And I always want to know more than good, right? Well, it feels satisfying. Okay, satisfying. That's one I didn't mention earlier. I feel satisfied. Well, that's one of those feelings. It just feels good. So you know you've landed in the right place. When we really, and let's take an example where it's just harder and harder, right? There's a choice, a decision that has to be made. And as we often say here, between poop and crap sometimes. And it's really challenging to make the decision. And we entertain one of the options and we kind of feel our way through it. And then we entertain another option and that feels a little bit better. Boom. Listening to inspiration means you don't have to know anything else at that moment. There's nothing else to know other than to know in that moment you've landed on the right choice for you. All the other stuff that comes right after that is bullshit. It's just fear, doubt, skepticism, worry, habitual anxiety, whatever the heck it is for any of us. And it's always something like that. When we can feel those feelings, and we all can, and we get better and better at it here, then that's all we need. That is our guidance. You know, we talk about having a guidance system. We talk about our spirit guides and God and our higher self and soul level communicating with us and sending us messages. Well, it's through our feelings that all of that happens. So this is really just a reminder to pay attention to when you are feeling those things, to remember that when you are feeling those kinds of feelings, you're aligned. Any intention that you have, that you're cultivating, you're in the receiving mode for, with any of them, when feeling those kinds of feelings. But the point that I really want to emphasize here is that in the course of everyday life, moving through, should I do this? Should I do that? I'm not sure about this. What about that? Should I trust this person? What about that? I just heard this whole thing, and now I heard this whole thing, and it's the opposite. And this made sense, and now this makes sense. And where do I go? Right? So ultimately, it's all going to be in the feeling place, listening to inspiration, knowing what your feelings are as and when they come. And then the feelings just guide you through life. They guide you, me, and all of us through life if we're willing to pay attention. And the paying attention part is just being a little more conscious than we would otherwise have been. That's why anybody comes to spiritual workout. I don't know if that's why you come, but when you get here, that's what you're going to do. Learn to live more consciously, and being conscious of the feelings that we're having, trusting them, and remembering and practicing and growing that muscle, and remembering that when we're feeling those feelings, we're in the right place. We've made the right decision. We're on the right track. We are connected, and we are PS in the receiving mode for any and all of the intentions that we have. So